What's going on, guys? Welcome to next week's gold and GJ forecast. Super excited to record this. I love doing the forecasts every single week. Even though this week I do have a bad ear, I've got swimmer's ear, so it's blocked. It's really, really painful, but the show must go on. So let's kick things off with gold, guys, and we'll jump over to GJ. So monthly we're still bullish, but it looks like we are retracing and potentially heading to these lows here. This is my monthly target. And the reason being, guys, is because we had a candle close, last monthly candle close, below this previous resistance turned into support. So now we are trading this range. And remember what we said last week, whenever a candle closes, the new candle, regardless of the time frame, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a retracement. So this candle closed bearish, the new candle opened up and is pushing up for that retracement. So while we are underneath this zone here on the monthly, I'm going to be looking for sells. If we break above this zone here, I'm going to be looking for buys. Oh, it's an ugly arrow, isn't it? Let's do that again. Looking for buys. Okay. Let's go down to the weekly, see what the weekly time frame is saying. So we have got a reversal pattern here on the weekly. And if you look on the weekly, it's interesting because the price hasn't really moved from the open and close prices in the last 2 weeks. It's been like 70, 60, 70 pips on there. So there's not that much indication of where price may be opening up or where it might be going next week. So candle's going to open up and it might just print the same type of candle again and just, you know, fake going up, fake going down and just again close in the same place, or going off the monthly. If we break above this level here, you know, we could head up and test that weekly high. But until we get a weekly close confirmation above here, I'm not looking for any longer term buys. And the same on the sell side. So this is now the new weekly supply zone here. So while we're underneath here, I'm going to be looking for sells. So if we do pull back, this is the zone here. I'm going to be looking for some longer term sells back down to these lows for order flow to continue and price action to continue down to these lows here, which is the monthly target. So if we go down to the daily, what have we got? So the daily price action is looking a little bit ugly. Let me just move them lines out of the way. So we've got an imbalance up here near this weekly high. The daily high is here. So the daily is still practically in the same place as it was last week. The daily high is still here, the daily supply zone. However, we keep testing it, we keep testing it, we keep testing it. And the more that you test the support resistance level, the higher probability it's got of breaking. You see how many tests it's had here. And we are creating some form of ugly inverted head and shoulders pattern here, which if we do break above on the daily, then we could probably see the weekly high get tested. So we will be looking for buys on the 4 hour and the 1 hour as long as we are bullish on those. But then we've got to remember overall on the weekly that we are looking for sells and continuation. So we've always got to be expecting this continuation to happen here. It doesn't always have to pull back. You know, it doesn't always have to, you know, fill the imbalance to continue. It could just pull to here, or it could go past the imbalance, come all the way to the high. So we've got to wait for levels and we've got to wait for our confirmation. So the daily's bearish, the weekly's bearish, and the monthly is bullish. So 4 hour, again, it's interesting. You can see more of that inverted head and shoulders here. And you can see the tests, the repeated tests on this daily high, daily high. The 4 hour is still bullish because the last impulse we had was here. You see, we had no candles close below there yet. And the last high here, we had no candles close above here. So we are still bullish in that bullish 4 hour range there. And the 1 hour, we are bullish also. So we can see here, that's the 4 hour high, so you can ignore that. You can see here on the 1 hour, I'm expecting price now to continue on the 1 hour, but we need it to get back above this level here. If we get back above this level here, we make support, I'll be then aiming for the highs. So I'm hoping when it comes Monday morning, we've got price broken back above this level here. And, you know, it's giving us some confirmation for potential continuations there that we can then use to take to them highs. And as I say, I'm expecting the daily high to break. We've got this imbalance up here. So this is more of what I'm expecting. The 1 and 4 was bullish. We keep testing that daily high. So I'm expecting price to break through here, make support, continue up to this imbalance, and then it may continue and test the highs. That depends on the daily candle close. If we get a daily candle close, I'll be then, you know, aiming for the weekly high with buys. If we don't get the daily candle close, we might just get a fast move up here to close this imbalance all in one day. So we get a couple of 4 hour candles going up, a couple of 4 hour candles coming down, and it all depends on that daily close. If we look here, we've got a lot of wicks. Go back on the daily time frame, look. We've got wick. So all it takes is one big wick to go up there, price goes all the way down, and then obviously order flow on the weekly can continue. So all in all, guys, that's all I'm expecting. Quickly recap on the 1 hour, I'm looking to take price up. We need to get back above 1926, 1927, make support above there, and then we're looking for buys. I'm anticipating this high to break. However, because it's such a strong resistance level, we do need to see a candle close up here. A 1 hour, 4 hour. If we get a 1 hour, 4 hour candle close above this level here, let me just put a line on there. Above this level, and we get support made, I'm going to be looking for buys, targeting this imbalance up here. And that's it, guys. That's all for gold, all I'm looking at today. But let's see what next week brings. So let's jump over onto GJ. What have we got on GJ? I remember GJ being quite ugly last week. So if we go on the start on the monthly time frame here, what have we got? So again, remember the same as gold. What do we expect on a candle close? The new candle to retrace, which is exactly what we are seeing here. Apart from gold, apart from GJ, you know, we've had this big push, got a big imbalance in here that needs to be filled for price to continue. However, I am expecting price to continue rising on the monthly up to these levels and then to push up to this high. It just might not do it yet. Price might pull back a lot more first, and we're going to identify if that's the case on the lower time frame. So again, the weekly, look, you can see the bullish momentum stalling last week, the week before, you know, we've got smaller and smaller candles. And then last week now has closed bearish, which could indicate a new bearish candle coming next week. So that's our first sign of buys losing strength. What have we got here? Again, this key level I've been looking at since last week. We need this level to break on the daily. Let's just move that out of the way so it's cleaner. If this breaks, guys, I'm going to be looking for sells. Either 1 or 4 hour close on this level on the lower time frames. We'll look at that as we go down. And if so, I'll be looking for sells down to these lows here. And if we break to this level, I'll be looking for sells down into this demand zone here, which is a very nice looking zone for buys if I don't say so myself. So number 4, sorry. So 4 hour time frame, what have we got? So we're bullish on the monthly, bullish on the weekly, and bullish on the daily. Now, coming down to the 4 hour, what have we got here? Impulse. So we're bullish. We're bullish on the 4 hour. However, look, if we get 4 hour candle close here, we're going to break structure and we're going to turn bearish. So that matches up perfectly what I was expecting on the daily with that candle close. And the level we're going to aim for, obviously on the lower time frames, lower TPs would be, you know, here, we'd have TP1 and then TP2, TP3, you know, down to the lows here. And if we break that, as I say, we'll be waiting for more confirmation here to break through and then continue down to those lows. So, I mean, order flow is looking nice for potential retracement. I didn't trade GJ much last week because when price is moving like this on GJ, it's really annoying to hold any positions because it's choppy. You get a lot of wicks that, you know, come back to entry if you're trying to hold them. It's not bad for scalping, but for me here, look, you just look at these candles, you get a lot of false confirmations. I'm waiting for price to break out. If price breaks through here, we should start trending again, which are the conditions that, you know, we all love the most. We need trending price action, we need volume, and, you know, when we've got those conditions, our confirmations have the highest probability of playing out. So that's all I'm waiting for, really, guys. I mean, to look on the buy side, we have, you know, this range here, the 4 hour range. So, I mean, if we've got these messy candles here, though, you know, so it's not going to be a clean confirmation if we take price, you know, from these lows here, even though we're still bullish and we're trading in this range. I'd rather see price break through this, give us a solid confirmation with some volume, break out of that mess here. I mean, look at it. Look at the mess there that we've got. You know, we might get a short here because, you know, on the 1 hour, are we on the 1 hour bullish as well? But we might get a short. You know, if we're looking for day trades, we might get a short here. But again, how big is that gap? 30 pips. I mean, we could get one through there, maybe down on the 30-minute time frame. Oh, excuse me, guys, just had a sneezing fit then. So even looking on the 30-minute, I mean, confirmation wouldn't be good here. Look at the wicks. So we wouldn't be able to take an entry on impulse here because we've got the highest probability of this happening, it just being a wick and not actually touching the bottom. So the point is getting in that, we get in and it just pushes back to the entry anyway and maybe up to the stop loss. So we need a candle close. So unless we get a tiny candle close, the other side of here, I won't be looking for anything. But if we did get a small candle close, I'll take that on the next candle, aiming for these lows. However, you know, if we broke above these levels here, we have got clean candles to the left there. So I would look for, you know, buys. Could be a nice trade here. You know, again, we've got 40, 50 pip range there. So that could be super nice. But overall, guys, I'm waiting for the 4-hour low to break. I'm anticipating that breaking because we're losing volume in the buys, especially on the higher time frame. So I'm waiting for that to break, give us some confirmation and get us out of this chop. However, we can trade inside this range. It's just confirmations aren't as clean. But if we do see something like this, a little break and retest on the top of here, or a candle close above here, then, you know, we can take that to these highs. Again, on the sell side here, we need a, you know, candlestick confirmation, candle close here, but the range is really small. So it needs to be a tiny candlestick close for us to then take that into the range. But overall, guys, that's it. You know, if we get confirmation here, you know, I'll be looking to buy up through the levels. I'll say because the higher time frame price action is bullish. So, you know, ideally I want to be looking for buys, but I am anticipating a retracement. And then, you know, if we get above here, I'll be looking for buys again, back to the highs. So it's all about just waiting for confirmation, trading with order flow and trading through the levels. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next week in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, guys, highly recommend you get in there. You can check us out. Here, the link is on blackswanfx.com and it's free. The Discord's free. Well, this section is, so you can come and see, you know, the results here, you know, and all the other free channels here. Come in the results, you know, watch people get funded, look at, you know, smashing challenges. We've got the funded lab, guys, which is fucking absolutely insane, which is our new automated process of passing and, you know, prop firm challenge and getting paid out. So absolutely fantastic stuff going on, guys. Nobody's doing it like us. So yes, if you're looking for any of these services, highly recommend you check us out, get inside. We live trading every single day, and we also have our automated side as well. So super, super cool, guys. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week.